Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Aditi here. Today's video is gonna be on this a step-by-step guide on getting started in spirituality. A lovely Instagram follower asked me this question. Surprisingly, a lot of you girls were interested in it. Steps on how to get spiritual, like how I started it, all of these things I'm gonna be sharing in this video. Whole video actually interests all of us more than a real spiritual life. So you're already one of the few fortunate people who are actually interested in knowing a dimension of life that is not prevalent or that's not common in the regular world as of now. Been following a spiritual path of life for about 4 years now. First step in beginning a spiritual journey with yourself is to get the real knowledge. The real knowledge meaning the real knowledge about life. What is life all about? Why are we born here? What are we gonna do here? Why do we eat every day, sleep every day, keep doing the same thing over and over again for the rest of the life, and one day it's gone. The person is literally gone, leaving everything behind. So the name is gone, the degree is gone, including the body that's been fed for all these years every single day without fail is also being shed here and it's gone. So what is all the purpose of this life? So the knowledge of that, it's been given in our scriptures. So the first place where you can get knowledge is to actually start reading scriptures. And there are lots of things out there. For the basic, for the beginner, you can actually start by reading Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is basically a life guide, you guys. We've all read organic chemistry, mathematics, trigonometry, all those useless subjects which is not even given like 1% value in any of our life, nor made us feel better in any way. But this little book is going to literally change each one of our lives. So for me, my life got completely changed through this book. It just gave an entire whole new perspective of life. So this is the pocket size, this is the regular size Bhagavad Gita. Again, you're very fortunate if you're actually here and even watching about this Bhagavad Gita. This is a book that everybody knows about it but nobody reads it. Everything is like completely related with our current scenario of life. What is life about? Why are we born? Why are we behaving a certain way? Why is certain person very jealous? Why are we really like lazy, or why are we keeping procrastinating something, or why are we the way we are? Why certain things are not happening? So many questions are like, you can find answers to it when you start reading Bhagavad Gita all by yourself. Now this is a very interesting book, and luckily it has been translated in English for us. This book is available only for under 200 rupees or 250 rupees. What Bhagavad Gita does is basically it just gives us a zoomed out perspective of our life. Example, that maze, you just have to get in the maze and come out of it. You just start walking inside the maze. You don't even know where you are, which is right is the right path or left is the right path, or the straight goes to the right path, or it ends up in a dead end. You just do not know where you're actually going. But if you start reading Bhagavad Gita, it's going to give you the zoomed out perspective. Just for example, you are actually standing on a terrace and watching the maze down. You clearly know, okay, this is exactly how I'm supposed to go. You can easily come out there. So that kind of perspective Bhagavad Gita gives. Now the second thing is actually fixing our lifestyle. Imagine our life is like a clay pot or a mud pot. Okay, the mud pot has got a hole in it. Every time we keep filling water, the pot never gets full because there's a big hole and the water keeps oozing out of it, and in the end you just get an empty pot. Understanding that our pot as a whole is what is given by Bhagavad Gita. Lifestyle part comes because we are actually misusing the pot. We are trying to bang the pot, we are trying to roll it on the floor because it's a clay pot, it's very delicate and you need to hand it a certain way. It is going to give you so much value, but if you don't take care of it right, the pot breaks and the whole life is going to break. What is our pot? It's basically our body, our mind and the way we live. But we are not just what we eat, we are what we hear, we are what we see, we are what we smell, we are what we touch. So whatever the thing that we come in contact with through the sense organs, we have 5 sense organs, so everything forms a part in a subconscious brain and everything influences us. So the kind of belief that we have, the kind of faith that we have, the kind of vocabulary we continue to use, the kind of thing that we think it's actually cool, every single thing influences us. So what we eat is very important because that's a life-making material. But apart from that, what we hear, what we see, what we smell, what we touch is also very important. All the 5 things has to be in control. Only then we can actually look at going beyond the regular way of life. But apart from that, there is also another thing, like the kind of people that we associate with. Because the kind of people that we associate, all the 5 sense organs are coming together in contact. People who do not align with your own values, then you need to get rid of them, otherwise it's not going to do any good. However great pot you have, every time you keep banging it, every time you keep rolling it on the ground, it has a potential to break today or tomorrow. For sure it is going to break one day. Without this lifestyle change, because the pot as a whole, but you also should know that the pot has to be kept safe so that further holes do not appear on the pot. So the first thing is getting the right knowledge through scriptures, and the second thing is fixing the lifestyle, which includes controlling the 5 sense organs, sleep habits, and associating with the right kind of people, or not even associating with certain people who do not align with our values. Now the third thing that comes is how to fix the whole of the pot. It is through chanting. Now chanting is a mantra. We can chant any god's mantra that you like. What chanting does is, chanting basically cleanses within. We have so many conditioning in our heart, in our mind. 99% of them are actually wrong because we don't know what exactly life is, so we've been accumulating all of this garbage within. So the only way that can be purified is by actually chanting a mantra. It can be any mantra, any god's mantra, or it can be even Om. Keep chanting it often because you'll be vibrating at a higher frequency. So what we're actually doing is, so if you're vibrating at this frequency, we kind of get all the bad things in life. But if we just change our frequency here, the bad things cannot affect us. So that's basically what mantra actually does to us. So we are not getting connected to the lower frequency, and we are trying to get ourselves up to a higher frequency, and that higher frequency vibration is provided through mantra, and this mantra helps in cleansing our heart or rising us above. When we start rising it, automatically the garbage that we have collected would just slowly and steadily keep diminishing away. It will help in cleansing our heart and mind. And now the fourth step, so after fixing the hole in the pot is still empty. If it is an empty pot, it's not going to serve us in any way. So we have to fill the pot. Now how do we fill it up? Basically, we are implementing all of this what we have learned in our regular life. So without implementing in the life, it has got no value. Getting knowledge is one thing, but using the knowledge as a part of the life is very, very important thing. These are the two important steps. Without that, life wouldn't just actually move forward. Starting to do the right things, getting up in the Brahma Muhurta, connecting ourselves with the right source will stop us making us greedy. We'll work on our desires to reduce our desires. We will not get angry. We will not be jealous. We will not be envious. We will not have revenge. We will not have hatred. Each one of us has got all of this and tons of quantity within us. So we're just working on all of that by implementing the right knowledge in life. Now this will actually help us move forward. Like a person who doesn't have any knowledge and the person who has knowledge and is not implementing stands at the same level. So unless and until you start implementing, the knowledge has got no value. So this is where the filling of the pot, the water comes into place. Eventually we are changing ourselves for the better and the best version of ourselves. We are just focusing on the self, and we are doing everything for the self, by the self, and with the self, and becoming better versions in every passing day. The final fifth step towards all the spiritual process is actually meditation. Now why meditation is the last process is because you cannot sit idle and start to meditate when you do not have any of this backup. If you try to sit and meditate, it's like basically you're keeping a cooker in the gas stove, you're turning the gas stove and you're turning it off. You're turning on the gas stove, you're turning it off. So it's basically not going to cook anything and you're just wasting fuel. That's exactly how meditation is widespread now. Meditation is useful only when it is backed up with all this knowledge. Otherwise, it's just absolutely waste. You try to make yourself calm. Again, you go out there. Again, you get irritated, agitated, come back, sit and meditate. Again, going out in the world, getting agitated, irritated, anger, frustration, coming back, again meditation. This is of no help and no value in life at all. So meditation backed up with all this knowledge and all this four process is actually what is gonna give you the power. The meditation cannot sustain through all these four process, and all of these four process will not sustain without the meditation. So the meditation actually gives us the strength, the energy, the willpower, the control to be able to follow all these four processes over and over again. How much ever water you fill, it's not going to stay completely full. That's exactly where the meditation comes. So we are refilling the water over and over again. That's exactly where the meditation part comes. So this is a simple layman's way of putting what spiritual process is all about. Implementing all of these in a regular day-to-day life and not doing once and leaving it for the remaining 365 days. It has to be done every single day. You got to read the scripture every single day. You got to fix yourself every single day. You have to tweak your lifestyle every single day. You'll have to chant every single day. You'll have to implement new things that you learn every single day as a part of your life, and you'll have to sustain all of this by meditating every single day. Now all of these has to be done every single day, otherwise peace or happiness or bliss is impossible in life, because we are so conditioned to come back to a regular way of life. By if somebody snaps, we snap back, or if somebody is doing better than us, we are envious of that person, or we just start comparing. This is all ingrained in ourselves because of the kind of world we live in. So to be away from all of this but yet still staying in this kind of world and not getting affected by it, we need to do this practice every single day for 365 days, no off on weekend. But the best part is every single time you do it, you unlock new levels of peace, you unlock new levels of bliss within yourself, and you can feel that you're getting improved every single day from the day you start actually putting it into practice. Yes, for the first time it's going to be really difficult, but after 21 days of doing it, you can actually see a lot of difference happening in your life, and this cannot be expressed in words. Only if you start doing it, you can understand the value of it, and you will continue doing it. Nobody is an idiot to get up in the morning and sit and meditate or sit and chant or sit and read scripture if that is not going to give them some kind of pleasure. None of us do anything that doesn't give us happiness, right? We do everything hoping that we are going to get happiness, but unfortunately we don't get it. That kind of peace is incomparable. You cannot get that through eating the great food. You cannot get that through having a loving and the great amazing relationship with your partner or with your family. You cannot get that through the success of your career or the amount of money you make, the fame. None of this is comparable to the kind of bliss and peace you get through this. This is something very high, very high. It cannot be explained through words. The bliss has to be experienced by each person individually. It cannot be explained through words. If you have any other further questions on this, you can direct message me on my Instagram at AdityIyer. I'd be so glad to help you in any ways in the spiritual point of view.